At this point, I feel I'm walking between two worlds. One world embracing structure, technological advancement, and an obsession with knowing everything. The other world, living on the fringe of civilization, embracing mystery, and diving headfirst into the wilderness. In the first week of March 2025, a series of strong snowstorms descended upon northern Arizona, and on March 6th, all the major tour companies had canceled their sunset tours. My friend Tyler, a Jeep guide on the South Rim,
Hey, that's the best tour guide!
Was granted the afternoon off, and so I drove on over, picked him up, and decided we'd do our own sunset tour. All the tours have been canceled tonight. Big storms today, so what we'll see? Is it clear? We'll find out.
Today is March 6th, 2025. It has been snowing in Flagstaff. Snow has been making its way up here to the canyon. These little flakes that are falling on me right now, this is evaporating off of Baja, California. This is coming from the ocean. It's essentially the ocean has come up into the clouds and made its way here. Oh, the snow, dude, the snow just started coming in.
Yeah, the snow we're getting is a blessing.
It's a blessing for sure.
Canceled tours today and tomorrow.
It's looking good. I don't know how sunset will be,
though.
but it's looking good right now. What time are we at?
3:51.
3:51.
Sunset's at 6:28.
At this point, you might be asking yourself, why would they cancel sunset tours on such a beautiful day? Imagine that ocean water heating up and transforming into vapor, rising into the sky to form clouds. As those clouds get high, that vapor can turn back into a liquid and fall as rain. And when those clouds get really high, like the heights above the Kaibab National Forest, leading to the edge of the Grand Canyon, that water vapor will crystallize and fall as snow, thus decorating the Kaibab limestone on the rims of the canyon. However, the bottom of the Grand Canyon is always warmer, and as those ice crystals dive deep into the canyon, they warm up, hitting the rocks and evaporating back into clouds, creating a total fog out. The Grand Canyon can fog out almost any time of year, and so during a storm day, it's an absolute toss of the dice if you will even see the canyon. Some tourists who've only allowed themselves one afternoon to peer into the Grand Canyon for the first time, they might show up and not see anything. If you're a tour guide leading a group on a day like this, you'd better come up with something incredible to share with your guests.
This is Kaibab limestone. There's a prize in this rock. I mean, you don't get to take it home. You can't take anything from Grand Canyon.
Okay.
But I want to see if I could find this. I had seen this many years ago in this Kaibab limestone. So this is a rock layer found at the top of Grand Canyon, found at the top of Oak Creek when you're driving to Sedona. This is an ancient ocean that dried out and solidified. And look at this. Look at this.
Ooh.
So that spiral shape right there, this would be a fossilized ammonite in the limestone.
Like a cephalopod.
It's a type of cephalopod. You know what's
Like
up.
a thing with tentacles.
Tyler knows what's up.
Still lives in our oceans today.
Imagine an ocean drying up and all that goop at the bottom of the sea floor solidifying into rock. Sea fossils decorate the limestone on the rims of the canyon, a reminder of what once was.
The ocean, you said? The
Yeah.
ocean?
I think it comes from the ocean. I'm not a scientist by any means. I don't know
So
if
you
any...
mean I just caught some like dolphin piss in my mouth?
Exactly. Well, it gets filtered. It's
It
the
is,
distillation.
okay.
The
Yeah.
distillation process. I mean, hopefully it leaves. You got a little trace of dolphin piss in there.
Yeah, I thought I tasted it.
Oh, it's
See,
completely fogging out.
I love how the sun is hitting it through. You can see it hitting the far cliff too. Like it's not just the cliff opening up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pan to that now. I love these days. Snow is coming in, clouds are blowing in and out, and it's just like the canyon is revealing little things. Maybe it won't show itself. I once had a tour. I had a tour with 5 South Korean baseball umpires. Did I tell you this one? They're the only ones on the tour. I'm driving around. They insisted on going. It was a snowy, foggy day like today, and we weren't seeing anything. And they also didn't really speak English. And so like I couldn't be a performer. Like I couldn't like make up for the lack of views with storytelling. And so it was just 5 miserable South Korean baseball umpires with me for 3 hours.
Looking at clouds,
Yes.
fog.
I was like, we could have a snowball fight. These are the visuals I really like that show the contrast.
I love the spotty shadow, yeah.
7,368 feet above sea level. I came in here to Grandview one time on a tour, and it was like summer. It was monsoon season, and a big windy thunderstorm blew in, and it knocked one of these trees down, and it crossed the road.
Wow.
So anyone who was in the viewpoint was stuck in the viewpoint.
Dang.
And some of the tourists, they started freaking out. They're like, oh, we can move it. Let's all get together. We'll move the tree. And I was just like, I'm not touching this. Like if Park Service sees me like moving a tree around, I was like, this is not good. Crazy view today because we're looking at that Colorado River and we got snow up here. But when you look at it close up, look at that shot, that frame. It's like, it looks like this,
Oh wow, yeah.
thriving sandy
That's
river.
the Furnace Flats.
Water flows as a liquid, cracks as a solid, and floats as a gas. The sun is hot, the soil is warm. Between 2 worlds, the water is torn. When liquid seeps down through the stone, unseen underground rivers cut caves below.
So when you look at the side of Horseshoe Mesa, you have these 2 little dark specks down there. And from when we hiked down there, we got this photo, but this opening is one of those dark holes. So that's a cave entrance, which is now closed to the public.
Closed to the
Cave
public.
of
You
Domes.
can't go in there anymore.
We got lucky when we went. No natural light penetrating
Yes,
deep
it
into this
was so
cave
dark.
at all.
Remember all
But,
the spiders?
You know, one of the Park Service's rescue stories from here is a ranger noticed a car in the overnight lot here 2 to 3 days in a row. Then when he decided finally to call it into dispatch, they said no one's been issued permits to camp down on Horseshoe Mesa. So he decided he would break into the vehicle, found a receipt for a flashlight and a Grand Canyon map circled around where Cave of Domes sits. Immediately issued a 4-person search party straight down to the Cave of Domes, and that guy hiked in unprepared. His flashlight broke in the cave system. Didn't drop rope of any kind. tried to feel his way out and got so banged up on all the rocks within that he just gave up trying to find his way out. And they found him just sitting there in the pitch black dark for a day or 2 days, sitting there, not knowing, are you going to get found?
Oh,
I don't have enough food.
God.
You're getting on the point of like hallucinations when your brain just starts to project things being in the dark that long. They found him in there, got him food, water, back up to the top, safe and sound. The fact that that even happened is a miracle. Like, no cell phone service ever in there.
Somebody left milk. You think they're leaving this because it's like for somebody? I kind of want to.
It's like good, but they didn't want it, and they're like, if anybody else wants it, I'll leave it on top of the trash can.
I kind of want to throw it away.
Yeah.
Do you oppose this?
I mean, I don't think it was a wholesome thing for them to leave their trash for somebody else.
Right. Well, it's leaking.
Ew.
That's the other. I don't know if it's the milk leaking or it's just the snow.
It could just.
But
be
this
snow.
is part of like the parks being understaffed right now. I think we have to be conscious this year. Thank you.
Group effort.
We got to be conscious of picking up litter. Try to stay pretty humble about this, but when I was younger, I worked in Hollywood, which is why I'm so into cinematography. I've been on set with Steven Spielberg, Jon Favreau, Clint Eastwood, Gary Marshall, and one of my favorites, David Fincher. I got to observe these people at work, and this is sort of why I like these shots, like this frame right here, looking right there to Angel's Gate.
Angel's Gate, a set of 2 sandstone summits, stands like a portal, beckoning you, calling you, asking you to strap on your hiking boots and set out to explore what wonders lie beyond what the human eye can see.
North Rim Lodge. About how many miles across? From
So
here?
it's about 10
10.
visual miles as the raven flies.
Damn, and there goes the battery. Did you know tonight is the half moon? Should be directly straight overhead.
Did you know a half moon stays in the sky half the night?
So we got 2 Grand Canyon legends appearing out of nowhere. Did you your tours get canceled or what? What happened?
Yeah, everything got canceled.
Isn't working today, but yeah, like 3 out of the 4 main
So-
companies right here.
It's like Anchorman with all the different news stations. So, most of the guide companies canceled because it's snowing and it was like fog in the canyon, but it's actually like one of the greatest sunsets.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
I've
That's why
seen-
we came out, you know.
All right, are you staying here for sunset? You want to hang here? Or you guys want to go to Yavapai?
I guess we can Yavapai.
You guys are heading there next?
Well, my battery died, so I have to go back to the car regardless. But I could either grab the battery, come back here,
Yeah, we'll check out Yavapai.
or you want to go to Yavapai? Because look at that action. That's what I'm curious about. You see that little fog happening there?
Coming in at Yavapai.
Today was the day every major tour company canceled sunset tours. And a bunch of tour guides, whose jaws are often full of stories to sell, fell silent and listened to the sound of nature telling what it wants to tell. So, about how many times have you been paid to watch sunset?
Like I broke my back.
1,000 times. Yeah. Probably more than that.
I think 1,000, yeah, right?
Probably 1,000 times to watch the sunset. But I'm not getting paid today. This is pride and joy here.
We humans are comprised of more than 50% water. And I guess that's why the sun has its influence to bring us together. That is, if the ground doesn't get to us first.